Hi guys. Okay, I'm like literally holding you up here because the lighting is terrible and I just look like shit. So I need to do another disclaimer. I'm so sorry. I know there's been so many disclaimers in these videos, but you know, it's really hard directing yourself, guys, and I can't see the camera, the back of the camera, because it's blue tacked to the mirror. So anyway, I realized that I start my boob shading and you can't see it. It's just, it cuts off from here up. So I do realize at some point, and I changed the angle, but I just wanted to flag that now. I'm sorry, but you get, it shows you most of the good stuff. So yeah, I was gonna like not do it and thought I'll just do it again another time and do it properly, but hey, we're here. We may as well get on with it, okay? Thanks. Hi, well, this is my boob shading, I don't want to call it a tutorial, video. I have got my house coat on, I do apologize, it's a bit cold in here, and I have got my nipples covered up because I want to show you this. It's a technique that I feel is an important element of drag makeup, and I don't recall seeing a tutorial on it or a video on it, so I thought I'd do one. Anyway, I do it all the time. Almost every look that I do cleavage shading. I think it adds a nice dimension to the look, and thankfully I have, you know, quite a nice ample bosom to start with. I would never have thought in a million years ago that I would sit here and have my chest exposed for people to look at, because I was always so self-conscious about my boobs, and the fact that I had hormones when I took hormones when I was 19, thinking that I was going to transition and live my life as a woman. It didn't take me long to realize that that wasn't the journey for me, and I stopped doing it, but it did leave me with a quite a ample bosom, which I always hated. Throughout my entire life I hated, and now I embrace. It's just a part of who I am and I love it. So let's just get onto it. I'm using the same colors I did in the last tutorial, the last video. Tutorial, I gotta stop saying tutorial. It's not a tutorial, it's just me showing you what I do. Which I guess is a tutorial, but anyway, it's the Kryolan paint sticks in N1 or N2, I can't quite remember. The colors have worn off, as you would have seen in the last video. And Clown White. So I'm going to start with once again, with my standard foundation brushes, not that one. So I'm going to start with my standard foundation brushes that you would have seen me use for my face, and we're going to go right ahead and do it. Okay, so start with, yeah, that does look weird, doesn't it? I hope I don't get in trouble. That's why I put my band-aids over my nipples, so that I don't want to be like, I don't want to be censored on YouTube, because, you know, I am in a face, I do look feminine, and I have got, you know, jewelries, so, you know, I don't want YouTube to think that I'm, you know, a woman who's exposing their breasts. Okay, so I get a bit of a shaving rash. You know what, baby? It's probably a little bit easier if you lay down there, if you go down there. No, I mean, it's fine. Sit down. I'm not sure if you can see her, but she's determined to be on my lap, which is fine. I'm happy with that. Just look at this. Oh, you're such a sweetie. I know it's cold, isn't it? You need to, yeah, you see, if you want to be here, you gotta lay down. Okay. So YouTube, I'm sorry if this is offensive. It's not offensive. Well, I don't think it is. It's cold though. In my house coat again. Okay, I only need, there's like literally that much that's visible, so I'm gonna cover up my shaving rash because I get quite a bit of irritation there. Now I'm just going to paint the line that I want on there, and so if I do this, I can sort of see my, and the thing is as well about boob shading is that it depends on what you're wearing. If I'm wearing a push-up bra, which my boobs would be like that, then that's a different shape. But because this is like kind of braless and, you know, like free-balling, I don't know what the feminine term is. Lipstick on my teeth. But I kind of want them to sort of look like they're hanging. So let me just figure out where my natural line is. I'm gonna go a little bit lower because a woman's breast is lower than a man's chest. So that's kind of like where I want them. I'm gonna put the line in there just to give me a guideline. And my boobs sit quite far apart, so I'm gonna go with that. Make sure they're even-ish. This is just the first step. I'm using the mirror behind the camera. Please forgive me for not looking directly into the camera. Okay. Actually, I'm not sure how far you can see down. I should check that. Can you see all that? Can you see down here? I don't think you can. Okay, I just realized that you can't see that far down, so I've just adjusted the camera. I'm using my new, my new dock, my new thing, and at least that way you can get the view of that. Okay, so we'll start again. As I said, using this as a guide. Does that work? Can you see? You can see that, can't you? I've got her in my lap as well. Okay, so I'm just gonna deepen that. Just a little bit of blending that out. So what I've learned is it needs to go from a hard line and then blend it out. I used to do it really deep in the middle and then blend it out and not have this line. But I've learned through looking at Derek Barry's, studying Derek Barry's Brittany boob shading, that this is what it looks like. And since I've started doing it this way, I've never looked back. Okay, now I've got that layer down. Now we're gonna put the white in. You don't need too much of it. Don't be too heavy-handed with the light. You can always build it up. Now remember, this is just one shape of cleavage shading. And the whole technique is just to trick the eye. Like, it's a magic of makeup. A bit of white down here. Find that line. Okay, now I'm gonna get my fluffy brush, my fluffy light brush. Buff all that out. And don't forget, it's only with that much, so that's what you're gonna see. Okay, now I'm gonna powder that. Oh, I didn't shave here either, so just ignore that part. Okay, now I've got the base of it done. I'm going to go through with my lovely glamorous palette, which is extremely old, and I'm going to deepen up with brown, just to put a bit of stuff in there. And start to shade all that in. Start to buff all those colours together. Previously, I thought the white was the most important part of the shading, but it's not. Well, what I've discovered is it's actually the dark, especially because it's a shadow. You want the light to create the three-dimensionalness of the breast, but it's all about that shadow. So then I'm going to go in with a smaller brush, and I'm going to use my brown again, and now just really build up that shadow. Okay, we've got that layer. We're just gonna see that. That's all we're gonna see. So, and now with an even smaller / more angular brush, I'm gonna go in with black, okay? Let's be very careful with this. Okay, I'm gonna need you to sit still if you're gonna be here, because this is very delicate work, my darling. Very delicate work. Do you want Daddy's tips to be even? Daddy's tips need to be even. Lay down. Come on, lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Oh. Oh, yeah, go on, pop down. That's even better for me. There we go. Good girl. What a good girl. I do love her sitting on my lap, but it's very delicate work, you know? Okay, now be very careful with your black, because this can go very wrong. Now sit front on in the mirror. I'm trying to keep my nipples covered because I don't want to, like, you know, I don't want to be unnecessarily offensive. And now shade that edge in. And this black is what is going to do all the work. It's a real optical illusion. Every time I do it, I think I'm doing too much black. And then I realize when the flash hits, it's just lovely. What are you doing? She's in her bed. You in your bed? Yeah. You're in your bed. Scratching at your bed. Okay. Got my black fluffy brush. I'm just gonna blend in that edge. Okay, that's kind of it. So I'm gonna go in with my diamond dust now and just shimmer that highlighted area, just for an extra bit of glamour. Okay, and there we have it. My drag boob shading. Oh, got lipstick on my teeth now. Thanks for joining me, guys. Okay, well, this is a part 3 of a 3-part series. And if you've watching this video, you've already seen the other 2. So, you know, it's, you know, a progression. But, you know, the magic of television, I'm gonna go back now and finish filming part 2. They are my tips and tricks on drag boob shading. And I hope you enjoyed that. I hope I don't get in trouble for censorship because, like, you know, nudity and all that stuff, but they're not women's boobs, guys, and I covered up my nipples, so hopefully that's all okay. Well, if you enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe. Like I said, so I think that I will be doing many more of these videos. I hope so. I hope you like them. I hope they're successful. I don't know what I'm gonna do next. I kind of feel like I want to create a Betty Davis look. Because I've got a Betty Davis look, what I was going to use for Drag Race if I was on Drag Race, and I've got all the ingredients and all the materials to make a beautiful emerald green Betty Davis look that I was going to do for Snatch Game. So I'm thinking I might do that, do a video on making the dress, doing the hair, doing the makeup, and then I'll do cameos as Betty Davis. Oh my God, I'll just, you know, cover all the bases because, you know, I'm a hustler and that's what a hustler has to do. So I hope you enjoyed this video and I look forward to seeing you again. Don't forget to click the subscribe button, guys. Okay, bye.
Wigs by Vanity. This is my wigs. I don't wear hair.